By this time, all of you have heard about US-Canada tariff news and it's paused for 30 more days. But what after this if it's been imposed on both sides, that is US and Canada side? What do they mean for you, especially if you're someone who's looking to get into Canadian real estate market? So let's check that out in today's video. Hello everyone, my name is Parth Soni. I'm a realtor based in Ontario. I help families and investors like you to invest in real estate. Whether you own a home or want to buy one or looking to get into investing side of real estate, this tariff could directly or indirectly impact you. Construction cost, mortgage rates, and buyer confidence can all shift overnight. Honestly, this is not only a political issue, it's much more a real estate issue, and on a deeper side, it's much more on a financial side of your family. By the end of this video, you will have some key takeaways so you can prepare for it. For those people who don't know, here is a quick timeline of tariff news. On 1st February of 2025, US President decided to impose tariff of 25% on Canada and Mexico. And that will come into effect on 4th of February of 2025. To answer this, Canada also imposed 25% tariff to USA that will be starting from 4th of February 2025. But something happened on 3rd of February and both countries decided to halt or pause for 30 more days. And for those of you who don't know what is tariff, tariff is a tax taken by the government on the imported products. It's primarily imposed to protect domestic industries by making foreign goods more expensive and less competitive. So here's a quick example. When US government put 25% tariff on Canadian goods, if Canada is providing lumber to US, then for US companies, that lumber will be 25% more in terms of prices. And most of the time, residents are the one who is impacted by the tariff because most of the time these tariffs are directly passed down to the resident of that country. But here's the catch. Trade wars don't just hurt one country, it does have its ripple effect. And Canadian homeowners, renters and buyers could be caught in the middle of it. So let's check out what are the direct impacts on Canadian for this tariff. So the very first one we have over here is the increase in construction costs. Now Canada imports a variety of construction material from United States to support its housing industry. Now these are all the products that is imported by Canada from US. Now if Canada imposed 25% tariff on these products, then it will be 25% more in terms of price for us Canadians. Now just to give you an idea, engineered wood products. Now Canada imports engineered wood products such as laminated veneer, which is also called an LVL, and iJoist from the US. And this material are very essential for the structural of the house. The second product for the housing, we have plywood and veneer. So plywood and veneer are commonly imported from US. It's used in flooring, wall shadowing, and cabinet designs. The third on the list is insulation. So insulation products like fiberglass and foam boards are sourced from Canada, and list goes on like roofing material, plumbing fixtures, electrical components, and so much more. Now this will definitely affect the prices of new homes or someone who's planning to get into renovation. I work with a lot of investors who do fix and flip, so this will definitely reduce their profit, or they might pass down this added cost to the consumers, that's the buyer out there. So overall, this could increase the prices of home in Canada. The second thing which we could see is the slowdown in house sales. We are already seeing so many projects are getting cancelled. Roughly about 2,800 condos are cancelled in GTA. With higher prices, less people are likely to buy homes, and with less people are likely to buy homes, the house starts will decline. And to be honest, prices are already higher in Canada right now, and for average families who's earning an average income, it's very difficult for them to afford a home right now. And if we see an increase in the material cost, this will definitely slows the housing market. And this could lead to demand in a rental market because not many people will be willing to purchase their own home because of how prices are going up. The third one, which is most of the people should be concerned about, is the rise in unemployment. Now what tariff does is that it lowers the demand of the goods from the particular country you are importing. Now just to give you an idea, in this case, if the US do 25% tariff on Canada, then US is a big importer of lumber from Canada. And if US businesses have to pay 25% tariff on Canadian products, then they might come up with a cheaper alternative or might source it from somewhere else, as the demand of the Canadian lumber could go down. And as demand decreases, the output needed of that particular product, in our cases the lumber, also decreases. And as the output of that product decreases, there will be a lesser demand of the worker or the labor force in that particular sector. Hence, we may see a rise in unemployment. And it's only one industry. Right now, forestry in Canada employs about 46,000 people in that particular industry. And depending on the geographical location and industries, various provinces and for example, to give you an idea, Ontario is a major hub of automotive parts, and here's a website from CBMA, so it does have all the facts related to automotive industry. To give you an idea, the export value is roughly about $51 billion in 2023, and out of that 93% goes to US. And if you look at over here, roughly about 550,000 people are direct and indirect in auto industry jobs. So this will definitely affect all those people out there in the auto industry when tariff comes into play. In short, it's a domino effect. Less demands of our good could rise in unemployment. And if buyers are not certain in their employment, then this could goes or lowers the house sales in Canada. And here's another article that Bank of Canada publishes. It says that when people stop spending money, it could lower the economy and could lead to recession. And you will notice over here in this article. So it's a Bank of Canada article. If we go over here, now this is the chart what will affect how the GDP growth could be affected from this tariff. And in the worst case scenario, it could be -3%, and in the best case scenario, it could be -2.2%. Now this may sound on a lower side, but it's not at all on a lower side, especially the kind of numbers we have right now in Canada. And to be honest, it's pretty much impossible to predict what will happen next. And I always believe we should focus on things that which we can control rather than things that we cannot control. And unfortunately, tariff is one of them. But it's also important to know that how it could affect us and how we can prepare for it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.